nothing to say. You don't know my scars, but you swing so hard from the dark. What's hollow inside you that you choke on someone else's voice? Why does building something real trigger all that fucking noise? Is it envy? Is it misery? Or just fear with something to say? I keep moving, you keep bleeding on the things you couldn't make. Keep it loaded, courage fake, damn loud for someone so afraid. Laugh reacts, no reflection, just another hit of validation. Say it when it costs you something. You don't have to love the sound, you don't have to stick around. But why poison what you passed? Why turn bitterness to glass? Did the world shut down your voice? Or did you choose this noise? Say it to my face, say it when it's real. Say it without the screen or shut the fuck up. What's hollow inside you that you choke on someone else's voice? Why does building something real trigger all that fucking noise? Is it envy? Is it misery? Or just fear with something to say? I keep moving, you keep bleeding on the things you couldn't make. Maybe hurt just wants a mirror. Maybe pain needs someone to blame. But I won't carry your damage, I won't bleed for your escape. Your hate isn't my problem. What's hollow inside you that you spit when others rise? Why does effort look like weakness through your pixelated?
You're clear. You've got 1 minute left. On the clock, mate. Full send this lap. End of session. Checkered flag this lap. No time set, so we're starting dead last. back marker is not in our race. Make a quick pass and get on with it. That's a back marker ahead, so it's not a position. We need a clean pass. We're top of the board on pace right now. Back marker is not in our race. Make a quick pass. The back marker is not in our race. Make a quick pass and get on with it. Pit in this lap. Confirm. Pit in this lap. That's it, mate. Bring it back to the pits. Some faster cars out there ahead of you today.
Mate, have I been muted this whole time? Wowee. I'm out of it, guys. I had a 15-second penalty. Been playing around with my settings, but... yeah, sorry. I was recording shit before. What's going on, Nismo? Yeah, good race, Grumps. Sorry, man. I didn't realise I was muted. Nobody said anything. I was, recording stuff off the PC before. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I had a penalty. I jumped the start. So I knew, like, that's why I didn't really try to get past him either. Why I just comfortably sat behind him, see what he can do. He had good pace. It was good to follow. Most stable I've seen that BMW look in a little while. Yeah, sorry guys, I was recording some stuff for my upcoming video. I forgot all my settings were changed. And I'm bleeding subs out the wazoo after this morning's controversy, so I'm just keeping the sub counter off for now. I've been better, mate. Have you been on Discord? Get on my Discord. Have a look in the racing section. So we're going to have a new thing too. For every... Yeah, 30 for 30. For every 30 likes, every time we get to 30 likes, or over, I mean 60, double it, I'm going to have to do a rep of 30. I've got these dumbbells that I've been using. And every time I get a win, sets of 30. I'll make it an official thing soon. And you can punish me. And yeah, Nismo, bro, like, I mean, you go watch it. You could, you know what I'm like, it's out of context stuff. But it's, yeah, it is what it is. It's done now. It's classic me. Classic me. It reminds me of the one and only time it's happened before with the old Scottish bloke. And he played victim too, even though I was actually defending him in that case, saying how alike we were. But that was a similar thing. This is someone with a lot of power and pull, and they know exactly what they're doing. And yeah, I said a thing. But the thing that I said too is what the whole entire PMR community is saying. Behind closed doors, in public, and in the chat. I just summed it up about why I thought everyone felt the way that they did and had a right to. But yeah, put my foot in my mouth, mate. Classic Jester. I fucking love that camera shot as they go screaming into that turn. Yeah, it's... I mean, you could listen to it, bro. You know me a long time. Even you have a look at the comments now. You'll see some of them out of the woodworks. A couple of old Aussies and shit. The comments that I'm getting called. The things I'm getting called. Like, toxicity breeds toxicity. And bringing... I mean, I didn't do a video piece on it. It was something that was stated live. And there's some snakes about too. Because there's no way she would have known who I was. So they've made her aware of it. That the conversation was happening, which is happening in the Discords and shit too. I've seen it in others that are pillars of the community. And as I said, if I make a response piece and highlight the chat itself, and then the chat, I'll be throwing a lot of people under the bus. So toxicity breeds toxicity. There's no point to do a response. I've got to take the flak. I could reach out to her personally. There's no point trying to do it on the channel. It'll only end up in more attacks, which is already happening. Yeah, there's already comments there that, like, shows how little they know and what they're assuming too. So it is what it is. It's just turned into... It's bringing more negativity and attention to this game for all the wrong reasons. Which was what it all started over. Which is what I'd love to sort out and hash out. And then even back on that video, you know, many people commented I was brought up as one of the content creators related to the game, amongst a handful of others who all share this exact same opinion and have voiced it on their streams where they have channels that have more subs than me. And it was all because they were defending their territory, basically. Like, you know, the whole community was like, this isn't right, this isn't a review. And I've been like the flag bearer for the game in terms of, I haven't been a shill, I've been honest about it, but the positive side of it, I've been really trying to do. And that's what the conversation initially started over. Started with Dave, then EJ, then her, then the whole community reacted, or was reacting, and taking the piss out of her, and with him they were debating it. His stuff really threw a spanner in the works. And they were all talking about it non-stop. And then I spoke on it. Bringing my previous experience with other social media platforms, fandoms, cosplay, art, everything. My experiences throughout my life with that. Biased opinions. Comes across as salty, no matter what. It is what it is. But the things that are being said about me now, I didn't say anything of the likes about her at all. And the things that are being said about me now, like it's a toxicity breeds toxicity. And when you respond to these things with that type of stuff, it just continues. But it's another one of those hypocritical situations. The victim, the hunter, the prey, it's...
Not ideal, mate. There's going to be a mess in front of us.
I can see it for what it is. No matter what, I'm always going to be the bad guy in this situation. How can I not get caught up in it, bro? I'm literally losing subs by the minute. I got people calling me a junkie, saying I don't have a girlfriend, or that a person that said the things I said, I've got a feminist fucking girlfriend that I've been with for 11 years. A feminist partner. De facto. Like, just the shit they're saying about me already. And the people that are coming out of the woodwork to say the shit. For someone, like, I didn't say... I made assumptions about her popularity and about the people, like, if anything, I had something to say about the people that follow her, and this is what you were all saying, the people that take those reviews for word of mouth. I had something to say about that, and never went out and attacked her. And now that the video's out there, that's all that's happening in her chat with me. And I'm not playing victim, I'm not crying. But I can see the hypocrisy all over it. Fuck, I didn't put fuel in. But I didn't go after her, and that's what it's been made out like. I didn't go after her at all. And I gave shout outs and mentions to other female gamers. Like I said, like Emily from Traxion, I mentioned Beck with GT. I told a whole story about my previous experience with cosplay and the armors, and the most insulting and derogatory thing that I said, and I shouldn't have said it, and it was more me trying to say I'm not attracted to her. But I made a critique there, and that's not nice. It shouldn't matter, shouldn't be about that at all. But when I was trying to make a point that it wouldn't matter what she looked like either, but it doesn't hurt that she's what a lot of people call, you know, a semi-attractive woman. Like, and I wasn't trying to put her down, but I was also trying to say she's not for me. And in the process, probably said some descriptive, mean things. That was the limit of it. That was the limit of it. I didn't insinuate anything about her or her following. I said I could see why it happened, and just hun. Someone's made a video about me, Abjeet. I got Lee Gunned. I got clipped up, brother. I got clipped up. Something that was almost an hour-long discussion that started as the chat and then was drawn out of me. And I spoke about so many things at once in the way I do. I already knew how Lee felt, mate. I already knew how he felt. The Lee mate already knew how he felt, brother. I was already seeing it for what it was. And I hate when the chat draws conversations and opinions out of me along these lines, or when they talk about other streamers. I hate it. Because it's always going to end up with me being in trouble. It doesn't matter about anybody else that's participating. And as I said, it's not me doing a hit piece video. It's me being asked an opinion in a live stream and shooting from the hip. It's always what it is. But it's not me doing a fucking written up set piece or a reaction video or anything of the sort. And I don't create the drama. I'll have opinions if asked them. There's certain things I'll stay away from. But you guys know I'm not a robot, and more often than not it gets me into trouble more than it gets me liked. But yeah, you could go listen to it, Abjeet. I know what your opinions on it would be. And I know what Lee's opinions on it would be. And as I just said, I've got a feminist partner. And even my partner, well, she heard the whole conversation. She understands where I'm coming from, and she was with me when I went through all the cosplay stuff and the Twitch stuff. So she can absolutely see my point of view. Doesn't mean she completely agrees with it, but she knows I'm entitled to it, and I'm speaking from a place of experience, and I'm not trying to do it maliciously to say that all women are one thing or that women shouldn't be involved in sim racing and or gaming. I am not fucking saying that at all, and I never said that. But that's the way it's being portrayed. That's the way it's been painted. And then trying to tag all the other females of sim racing that are in a larger position and bring it. It's an agenda. And it all started because of a criticism of a game by someone who doesn't play said game. And the community who does play said game was disgruntled about it. And I spoke about all of it on a live stream in the way that I do. And but yeah, I've lost about 20 subs since it went up this morning. And the highest audiences I've had, hi everybody, is when I've been talking about it. We had 70 people at the start of my stream earlier today because of it. And now that I'm talking about it, we've gone from 30 to 50. You know how that is, Nismo. Exactly the same with another game. But whoever, like, alerted it, little coward and a snake, and took it out of context, 100%, probably a simp themselves. Some middle-aged dude that got very offended by it. And as I said, I was mostly criticising the audience, the assumptions I'm making about the audience. And even now, seeing the way I'm being attacked, the defence that's being put up, a lot of people are coming in here and going, well, it looks like a bunch of simps. Sorry about the language, but it's a word that's, you know, a true word that's been attached to internet society for like 20 years now. It's nothing new, it's nothing shocking, it's nothing vulgar. It's just a word. But a lot of people have taken offence to it, as they always do.
This back market isn't in contention, so pass them now.
Telling you, a lot of other people would rather just watch paint dry and be bored and just have me shut up and just do nothing but drive and drive well. And take it super serious all the time. But because we don't, we talk shit in the moment, we're always gonna upset. But yeah, I'm getting called a junkie, Abjeet, a pill popper, incel. Getting, they're saying that I live in mum's basement with no girlfriend. Like I said, and I didn't say anything like this, like this. So it is what it is. Negativity breeds negativity. You've seen the stuff that I've said regarding the football shit, and that I think the exact same thing. That I don't know why they bother to make all these hit pieces, and it's got nothing to do with me being biased about the game, because, I mean, that's going to be my next video too. It's going to be a great example of the flow of this game, of how it has gradually improved, but how it's not at all been smooth sailing. But just a short run through of my uploads from the moment the game come out to now, of how it's gradually improved. But every third or fourth video, there's me losing my shit, doing a clickbaity video where I'm showing the true frustrations and anger, and those were the most watched videos. None of the positive, like, and I'm going to highlight it all and be like, and I was already working on this video before this, I was already working on the new logo before this, I am not doing any desperate PR attempt for my own fucking good. I'm doing a desperate PR attempt for this game. And I am combating everything that is PR nightmares for this game. And now, in doing so, I have created another one. Because I spoke the opinions of the community. And there ain't much of a fucking community, and that was the point that they were pointing out. I spoke the general consensus of the community. And I've been singled out for it. And all it's done is put this game in a shittier position where drama and toxicity and bad reviews are the only thing that bring attention to it. And yet the very next thing that I was going to make was going to be about all the how it all needs to be turned around, about the good, about how it doesn't matter now. Like I think it's doomed, that video, before it even comes out. But it was what I was already setting about doing for the last 2 weeks. Before she put out her video, before Dave put out his. Something I was basically going to be doing from the LMDH, but then they did the GT3 update and I got caught up in these things.
Marker ahead is not for position. We need a clean pass. Halfway in.
I was trying to pit, mate. It's all good. I was trying to pit. It's on me.
Limiter on me.
I knew it was Drew coming up behind us when I seen the Mustang flying through the group. I don't remember what car Puff and stuff is too, but they're the two I'm going to be able to make contact with. Right before the pits. That's right. Doesn't matter. I fucked up by entering without the fuel I needed. It's doing well though, man. Like that. This car could do the whole race on the tyres. And what, 20 litres was 10 minutes. So 100 litres is going to be, it's going to be one pit stop in it. But you could possibly not pit at all if you do some epic fuel save. I don't know how you're going to save 20 litres. But if you could drop it from 4 litres down to a low 3 point something a lap, you'd be in a chance to do it. But how slow is a no stop compared to a one stop? I don't know, mate, truthfully at this point. McLaren's I hope Oscar does. McLaren's is still looking good. Red Bull, well, Max is looking good. The Mercedes are looking good. Not all the Mercedes engines are looking as dominant too as people thought they were going to be. No worries, mate. Appreciate it. We don't want the drama here anyways either, mate, but it's just the way I talk. And because I allow my community to at least talk and have opinions and shit like that. But yeah, the drama has been created today. There was no drama, even the way I treated it the other day. I shouldn't have even made the speech. But it was just, they were pushing for it. Yeah, Guten Tag, Guten Morgen, Guten Abend. But they were pushing for it. It is what it is. I wasn't trying to pick a fight at all either. As I said, I was literally pointing out. I even brought EJR into it and brought up the negativity attached to anything he's had to say about the game. And I've got a relationship with that guy. Like, I brought up all of it. All the negativity attached to the game. And the way people have done their hit pieces in their reviews. And then people have reacted to it. And people take the piss out of the like, that's where it all started. There's like 45 fucking minutes of conversation that should have been fucking clipped up before it went on to that shit. To even understand all the context. It's all drama now. And it's all because she took a shit on the game when it didn't need it. It didn't need it. The game's fucking better than it was 3 months ago. Nobody's touched it in the fucking meantime. We've sat here playing it the whole way through. It didn't fucking need it. That's the way the whole community felt. Especially after the Dave video. Because he's had a way bigger impact. The weekend before. That video sent off the biggest fucking shitstorm in the Discord. They were all having a wobbly. Because so many of them respect him. And then her one come out and everybody just started laughing. But both videos had the same effect. They had the same effect. They just made the opinion of this game worse. They pushed the narrative and the clickbait and the fucking hate. And it didn't matter how many people defended it on that video. Especially her one. I've seen people that are in my community that directly tagged me, EJR, Boris, and Metz and said, you should get involved with these guys if you think the game is dead. And it was ignored. And then I was paid attention to a few days later when that whole thing came up. So, it is what it is. It's done now. It's why I wouldn't put things like this out there. I'd think better of it before I do it. Regardless of if I feel insulted or upset, the only times I've done hit pieces is for dirty driving. When I've had enough of it. Never anybody's opinion on me because I don't have one of myself. Let alone fucking have to try and have my anxiety be at peak level because of what any other person that doesn't know me thinks about me. And my God, now do I see a lot of people that don't fucking know me that have got opinions about me and they're a free-for-all on her shit now. Which I'm not allowing here. So you tell me the fucking double standards and like the overblown proportions and the victim card and... Wasn't my intention at all to start a fucking fight with anybody. Me and Grumps are the only two going. But yeah, even the EJR stuff, and I brought that up long before we had the further conversation. There was a perceived beef there. No beef with me. I was sticking up for a mate. And the insults of said mate insulted everyone else directly. And I was open about that. And since then, like, being able to talk something through, actually come in and talk it out before putting a video out. But nah, let's put a video out and savage our people onto you. So I know what's happened. I know why it's happened. And like, I'm frustrated at you guys for it. The PMR community, because they did really draw it out of me. Guys like, and I'm not hating them all. I love them. But guys like Slick, Miley, Drifter, there were heaps of them. Heaps of them. Having their own laughs that day. And I tried to sum it up. I tried to sum it up and say, look, it's not just, it can't just be disregarded because like you think they don't know anything. I'm like, there's a following there for said reason. And that's where I put my foot in it. And as I said, I wasn't even directly trying to insult her, but I did, and I accept that. I wasn't directly trying to insult the fan base either, but I see it for what I think it is. And that alone, by the way I said it, is insulting. It's insinuating, it's assuming. When you assume, us, you, me, I can absolutely accept my fate. I can accept and own what I said. But I ain't no fucking sexist. I am absolutely a fucking ally. And you guys know that. And now I'm being painted as not. And I don't appreciate that, especially with my feminist fucking de facto missus. Don't appreciate that at all. I know what I am. Downfall, bad traits, everything, rants aside. Like the things that have been said about me now in that video. Assumed. Not even remotely near the truth. But just said and assumed and okay. Because of a clipped up. Yeah, okay. Seems fair. What's going on, Ashley? I don't think the NSX has enough top end here. And I wouldn't want to drive it at one wing. It's already loose enough. But it feels so nice here, truthfully. Even when it's in trouble, it's still okay. It's just got so much mid-speed, entry, exit point, apex control. Second, third, doesn't really matter. You can just ride the throttle and it'll be comfortable. I don't know enough about the gearing, man. Every time I've played with them, I always seem to kill the car. But I don't know if you could really drag that much more out of the NSX, you know, like over 265. Like, look at it in ACC, it barely did 260. Same in Gran Turismo. I don't know what you could realistically drag out of this car. But I know that you can drag over 20 to 30 kilometers out of some GT3 cars. Just aero alone to a car like the Corvette at Daytona takes the car from 270 to 295. Yeah, it's normal gearing for now. I think it's actually set up for Red Bull. Well done, Grumps. You're on point, bro. I don't know what's going on with the placements. Alright, I'm going to try the Merc. Commit more blasphemy with this Red Bull livery. And I used the Lambo in the GT3 race last week. Won pretty easily. Daytona. I couldn't imagine how sketchy Lambo would be here too. And once those fronts start to wear. Yeah, it looks a bit... Following it, it looks like you're on the limit every time trying to like turn it in. Basically, it looks like you can slow it down fast enough, but then it's skittish in the middle of the turn or right on the exit of the turn. What's going on, Jack? You around, bro? I might do ranked later if I'm up long enough. I want to do the LMD race. I think it's 10 p.m, which is 3 hours away. But I'm practicing for what would be this weekend's multi-class now. And talking shit about my newfound infamy. Nope. He hasn't. I'm pretty close to removing him from admins. I was going to do a clean out soon. There's a few that aren't around. I'm in my lobby, mate. I'm in a custom lobby. No passwords or anything, mate. Should be open. There you go. I don't know how to go on controller, Ashley. But it's worth looking at. Final sectors, especially if you're going to... I was going to say the NSX, but especially if you're going to Merc. Because that's what I'm using. Final sector has a setup you might want to look up quickly on YouTube. And put into the car. See how it goes on controller. He's actually been testing on controller. And he's come to some very interesting conclusions. Actually, hang on. I'll play around with the settings. So it was that morning and basically sat in the middle of the day. We'll go with like a dying light. Shout out. Good game. I'll put a summer average too. Be cooler. At the moment, Jack, yeah, probably most likely, mate, because I could do a Sunday morning too, so 24 hours from the first slot. I could do that too, because the F1's not till like 3 p.m. in the afternoon, so we could do something that's very flexible on the Sunday. That was me earlier, if you know what I'm saying. And I got my dinner too. Hey. That's the irony too, the comments about me not having them. You don't know, you couldn't understand how supportive my missus has been of this. And it was something that I thought would have upset her. She heard the whole thing on the day. She hears nearly everything. And she remembered the conversation. And she knows my previous experience. She knows where I'm coming from and why. Still doesn't justify it, but she knows the shoe, like the shoe on the other foot situation. Which a lot of people don't, and I hate to say, a lot of females that are in that better off position don't understand either, or careful. But she's seen it firsthand with the cosplay stuff. And then Twitch. Yeah, well, Saturday we're good to go for anything, brother. Saturday I'm good to go. I don't have any plans Saturday, so I could do both slots. And then Sunday I'd be super flexible, so we could do the same starting time or later. I'd have 5 hours. I'd have 3 hours to work with Sunday morning before we'd have to start at bare minimum, like. Because we need 2 hours, well, we need 90 minutes for the race itself. Same, bro, same. I was exactly the same. I didn't know it from a bar of soap, and now I think it's fucking amazing. He's an awesome track, bro. We did do a slot 2 last week, but only 6 people turned up. But because of that, everybody was in GT3, so it wasn't a multi-class, it was just a GT3 race, which worked for me, because I did LMD first slot, and I was going to do one of each. And I used the Lambo I practiced for like half hour before I got on. I literally did. Like, I'm surprised it's taken you this long to check the 100% thing, bro, because I've been screaming about it from day one. Like, it was really hard at the start, then it got a bit easier, and now it's back to being, like, spot on. Like, you can load a lobby and send the cars out there at 100% and very quickly get a fucking... Like, those first few minutes of it, you'll get an idea of the laps that humans are going to run and what's a good lap, and then as that session ebbs down and down and down, you'll start seeing, like, what's going to be the actual alien times. You know, like, Bathurst was perfect for it, bro. They were doing 11s and 10s. And then, you know, by the time the session was over, it was like 208s. And then Daytona was the same thing. I loaded up Daytona, GT3, and there was some Merc. There was a good mix of cars. Merc, Corvette, Mustang, Lambo. And it was a Merc and a Lambo that kept ebbing each other. And it ended up being a Lambo. I can't remember the time, but it was 2 seconds faster than anything I was able to do there. But I still was like, all right, it looks... I was worried how the tyre wear was going to be for it too. Oh, Ashley changed to Lambo, mate. R.I.P. It's a track that, like, the high speed section is super important, but at the same time it can be the car's undoing. Like, the faster that the cars come in, especially into the draft, on the inside they have to create more angle and brake harder, and then on the outside they have to brake later, create a massive arc and risk hitting the wall. So there's like a fine line between how fast and hard you should be coming into that last turn, and that's like, that's going to be the turn where it doesn't matter how fast you are up the straight. If you can't hit that turn without taking off a bare minimum of speed, then it's for not, like, if you have to slow down more to the point than what you would be without that extra top speed, then it's pointless. And I feel like this track would really bring out that. They would really bring out the more you push for speed, the more the car's going to become sketchier everywhere else. Like, even this bit. You know, it'd be near impossible to drive through here. Oh, sorry, Lancey. I didn't even notice, mate. What's going on? Well, we're starting to gain a few back, so I'll bring this up. Save the embarrassment of watching it ticking down in real time. I was going to do a TikTok live tonight over the shop. Still got some requirements I need to do for that. I've already got my whole template sorted for it too. I've got Studio sorted for it. It's going to be easy as. Like, I won't even have to use OBS for it, but I can essentially already use my OBS settings. It's weird. Like, it's weird how it worked like that. But it was, I don't know, just simple. So easy to set up with the overlay for it. But I've already set it up. I just can't. I can go live on it, but like not live from the studio, and live from the studio is what streams it like this. But yeah, I've got to be on it a month. I've hit nearly every other requirement already. Bare minimums, live streams, how long I've streamed for, etc. Amount of followers. That fucking Microsoft Windows kid. Drew with a 59.3. Mate, come on, guys. You got the emote, mate. If you're gonna give the thumbs up, guys, fucking, mate, get it right. You know what 1994 makes me think of? Smashing Pumpkins. You know the one? And that's it, yeah? You know that guy runs a wrestling? He runs the NWA now? How crazy is that? What's your name? Billy Corgan. Fucking bald Billy. Bill Burr. Him and Bill Burr, mate. Same bloke. Grumps is loving it, mate. He's dominating at Sebring. No, he has. He's not here. He's gone. Yeah, I've been so bad, Grumps. I've been so bad, dude. No, it's a good song. It is one of the good songs. I just don't know the lyrics to it. This thing just feels and sounds like a monster. Doesn't sound grunty enough though. I still think the Merc in ACC sounds better. And that's an older Merc. Doesn't have that just pure fucking almost diesel rumble. Downshift sound incredible. Pretty stable. Maybe still a bit stiff at the front. I love how much you can get over the wall now on the left.
You're
It's
on
certainly
the
not
top
like
now. This lap is counting.
like Watkins in Gran Turismo, where you can't even go up fully on the curb, even though the curb is built extra out there. Should be right with 40 something. 20 litres, 10 minutes seems to be the go though. 5 laps basically. Almost a good lap is 2 minutes a lap. So maybe have the fuel for 1 extra lap. Because if you go under that mark the whole way, you're going to be doing an extra lap. 11 instead of 10.
No time set, so we're starting dead last.
58 flat. Oof. Oof. If you pay attention to the clouds, you can see how much they change, how they grow and manipulate. It's trippy. No worries, mate. Have a good night. I'll try to. But I know how it is, and I'm sure it's going to be worse for me over the next 2 nights. I don't mean worse than you, but worse for me personally. That's scary. I noticed the viewership too. When I was talking about the drama, it was the same earlier today, guys. It went from, when I got on, there was like 10 people waiting for me to get on. Then when I got on, it got to like 20 or 30 within, 20 minutes. And it took a little while, like I even showed my missus the worm. It took me a little while to start talking about it. And then the moment I did, 70 viewers. And it sat there for a little while. And then when it came back up, and then today, Exact same thing. We got to nearly 60 before. As soon as I'm talking about it, they're all got their eyes and their ears out. As I said, I'm not going to do a response video. Do it the only way I know how to. Talking about the facts, admitting faults.
You've got the fastest lap right now. Nice work.
But it's the proof's in the pudding every single time with the viewers. They literally thrive off of it. It's just another one of those drama and negativity situations. It's not going to do anything good for the game. This game seems to be cursed. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if you know, Loudsy, but I've been made famous today, mate. Had a bona fide hit piece put out about me. That is very clearly me. I know. That's what I mean, Jack. And it's all... That's what's pissed me off, that the out of context moment has been taken out of frustrations that were from a community that thought they were harshly done by and that already have enough to deal with. Or you're not allowed to have opinions. But believe me, there's plenty of opinions being expressed about me on that video now. Anything you guys may have done with EJ is nothing in terms of what's being said and how and why.
Back marker is not in our race. Make a quick pass. Fastest lap. You're catching the leader. Keep up the pace and reel them in.
That's alright. Me and him are fine though now. I've got no beef with him. But there are a lot of people that don't like him. And that's the way it is. Like, that's what Boris is trying to say. Like, it's actually the amount of ammo that's getting thrown around recently, mostly by people trying to defend the game. or sorry, people attack the game and then people defend it, and that's the stuff that gets microscoped. What's going on, LJ? How are you, mate? You giving up on this, brother? It's changed so much, like especially these GT3s, mate. You'd probably like it, but it's changed a lot that you probably struggle at the same time now. But it seems like you've stopped, like you're done with it. And I know you're doing well with Gran Turismo, so I'd understand it too.
Got a back marker ahead. Try not to get tangled up.
That was nice. They got LMDs in ranked at the moment for Nürburgring. What's going on, Blitzkrieg? They got LMD 992, MX5, NGT, GT, GT4, GT3. That's the current rank. There's like 7 different races at the moment. Bathurst Group 4, but you come back Monday, it'll be over already. It'll be next week's races. But Bathurst Group 4, I've been going off in the Camaro, Bathurst. And the LMD race at Nürburgring is the most intense ranked race I've ever done in the game. We had one with like 25 starters. And I was doing hour-long multi-class races last week. That's what this is practice for too. The GT4's sick, Jack, 100%. I didn't try any other cars today because there wasn't enough people around to even make it worth it. But I'm pretty in love with the Camaro, and I'm getting the medium times into the same qualifying soft times. Had some good moves there today. Turn 2. I've been one of the ballsiest guys into turn 2. And nearly every single time it's been an Aussie that's been beside me. So it's been a make or break situation. And so I mean again about the viewers, guys. Talking about the game, chill.
Halfway through the race.
They drop off. They want the drama. They literally sit here and just wait for it. Always been the same with my haters, and this is just fire for them. But racing's good. I'm in the lead. I'm chilling, talking about the game. Nah, it's not bullshit. It's not drama. It's not controversy. We can't frame it the way we want.
Careful with this back marker up ahead. They were well off the pace in practice. car in second isn't catching. Maintain your pace and keep leading. We're coming up to a back marker. This guy was all over the place a few laps ago, so be careful getting past. Comfortable lead now. Second place car isn't gaining ground, so keep it up. Catching a back marker, just be careful. Holding your lead well. The car in second isn't making any progress on you. careful with this back marker up ahead. They were well off the pace in practice.
So close to getting to 58.
Leading comfortably. The second place car isn't gaining ground, so keep it up.
It feels really good. I mean, the NSX felt good, but it felt a bit sketchy too. Wobbling about. This thing feels really planted. Gearing feels really good. Second and third. And its ability to get down to first here and ride it out feels really good. And I've driven away. Drew was catching up for a little bit. But yeah, I don't have much experience in this Merc. This is Sector's Red Bull setup.
Watch out for this back
Didn't
marker
feel
up
like
ahead.
it chirped on me once. Yeah, I know it's the meta though, bro. I don't want anything to do with it. And I never liked them anyways. I didn't like the Porsches. And now it's the meta. It'll get nerfed probably next update. Oh, speaking of, someone sent me a screenshot. The devs had a lobby not long after I got off earlier
Hold your
today.
lead well. The car in
The
second
devs
is
had a
leading
lobby
you.
with the GT 500s. So at 3:43. Saw this today, but it was taken down super quickly because we weren't supposed to see it. And that happened a couple of weeks back too. I remember it being in the Discord. So
We got it, mate.
a week or
P1.
two should be. Yeah, you'll love them, LJ. You'll be keen for them, I know. I need the Japanese tracks too, man. I mean, even at this point, I'd want Suzuka. But Fuji, I need Fuji. But I'd be happy to just have Suzuka and Fuji and call it a day. You know, like, even though I think it should be more than that. I think it should be Suzuka, Fuji, and maybe a random. I'd love if they gave us Scuba or something because of the other cars. Which one were you, 225? But yeah, some good lap times there. Yeah, mate. I honestly, some days I feel like I get on and in 5 minutes it just all goes out the window. Felt like that yesterday morning. And it was weird that this morning when things should have been unstable and unsettled and I should have been out of my mind, that I was straight onto it. I think it's always the best way to respond is with your driving. Um, Bloody 50 people online. You know what's crazy? People think I'm crazy for having played this game for 3 or 4 months straight. Yeah, how about playing Gran Turismo 7 for 4 years straight? And that's all you play. Now tell me I'm crazy for investing all of my time into this game. Yeah, my hours would have been that across all my accounts for sure. Across all my accounts for sure. I think I had 2,000-3,000 on my main, a couple of hundred on this one, and then my Smurf had heaps. It's fucking 8 p.m. guys. 8 p.m. Ridiculous. But at least with a few Aussies, we can have some risky racing. GTE and GT4 would be interesting too, wouldn't it? Because the GTEs would damn near be like hypercars compared to the 4s. What's it look like? I love watching the sun go up and down with the weather. But this should be good because it'll dry out and dry out fast. Sun will come up before qualifying's over. Be one of those races where you could almost probably dart in lap 5, lap 6 and chuck on some slicks and be super quick, but see what happens to the wets once the dry line's up. Because I'm going to make one of the races wet. It's 100% turned it around. It's in the best state it's ever been, Nismo. It's still got problems, 1,000%. If it had a player base, if it had people coming back to the game, it would be in a great position. Be in a great position because it's the biggest things that people complained about at the start were the LMDH and the GT3 cars. And the LMDH arguably have been made easier, but they're so much fun now. Like they've become the fan favorite category. And then the GT3s, which were already like next to the MX-5, the only cars that people did in ranked, The GT3s, they've overhauled them entirely. They've taken away softs and mediums, so it's slicks only. So it's like the tyre elimination eliminated a lot of meta stuff with the cars. Like a lot of cars could, like Gran Turismo, run just way further on softs or run on mediums like they were on softs and not have wear. Now that everyone's on hards and they've done this GT3 brake balancing tyre wear shit, it's just even overall, basically the whole group. There's still metas, but it's just in such a better state. And then the drivability of it, because it's so much closer, like I wouldn't say it's at the level of, at least technically, but it's so much closer to ACC now. It's got less to do with Gran Turismo and more to do with ACC, but it's still not quite. The tyre model, infinitely better than Gran Turismo's. Like, it will both, no, anything could be better than their tyre model. This is a time multiplier based tyre model. This thing, you've got two things going on: your wear, your heat, and then your PSI, etc. It's very ACC now. Like, it's, the LMD changes have made it more pick up and play. And then the GT3 changes went the other way. The GT3 changes made it more brutal to play. Like, harder on a lot of people. A lot of people started complaining. But both changes were for the betterment of the game. Like, 1000%. Watch my recent review, bro. I put it up a few days ago. Like, a lot of work went into it. Was 2 updates worth of a review, 1.6, 1.61, because we got both of them 2 weeks apart. One did the LMDH, and then the second one did the GT3s. And there was a lot that came in at the same time. Like with the LMDH, they brought in the tyres, or the newer tyre model. Then with the GT3s, they changed the tyre model again. They overhauled the cars. They changed the braking balance on everything. Default setups, you know, your old previous setups went out the window. And then the moment you like surrendered to try everything default, which is what they were saying after the update, boom, they've got it. Like, the moment you went back to default, stopped trying with your setups, and the moment you went back to default, had the correct PSIs, anything like that, straight away it was like, oh, feeling, snappiness, drivability, you know, you feel the temperature more, like, instantly it was just a game changer. And now, as a result, too, like, it's that much of the only group that people care about in ranked is GT3. Like, outright. Like, at the moment, as example, GT4 is up at the same time. Last time GT4 was around for a month, was super popular. They were doing it at a lot of short tracks. It's at Bathurst. And they've had Bathurst a fair bit lately with a lot of other combos. But Bathurst is there at the moment, and they basically line up damn near the exact same time, like 2-3 minutes apart. One's a 10-minute lap, one's a 10-lap race at Bathurst, and then the GT3 one is 13 laps at Monza. So they almost take the exact same amount of time. Like, they're running in sync with each other. And we had the Monza race 2 weeks ago in the same class, and everyone's still just choosing to do that over something that's easier, tougher track, but easier, you know, because you've got softs, you've got meds, and they're a GT4. They're not as fast. They still just only want to do GT3s, bro. I'll time lapse this too. I've been doing it a lot. I'm gonna get a lot of time lapse footage. You should see the shorts, Nismo. Some of the stuff we did at Daytona. We tried Daytona in, like, the most ridiculous heavy rain you've ever seen in your life, bro. Like, it was like Suzuka on its worst day in Gran Turismo, or Fuji on its worst day, or fucking Spa on its worst day in Gran Turismo. Like, the off-track parts was just, there was pools everywhere, man. Like, you were aquaplaning through the bus stop, aquaplaning going onto the speedway, aquaplaning coming off the speedway. Just mental. And like, when the line developed too, like, the difference between, like it was like Gran Turismo at the moment. Like, I'll say that the wet weather feeling Gran Turismo is probably the best it's ever been, the hardest it's ever been, and this is pretty close to that at the moment. But I think this does it better than anything. Like, they don't feel like soap. They got a lot of grip. But yeah, there hasn't been a wet race yet for competition, and we've been doing heaps of them here in our lobbies. Yeah, it would be in the wet. No worries, bro. Thanks for racing. The sun, yeah, I love the. Bro's putting on a smoke show.
You?
I haven't played with them. I'm always using the exact same setup. It's harder to get tyres going. It's much harder to get tyres going. You got to have a higher PSI. You can cook your tyres really quickly. Like now, you'll see it. The sun will come up, the dry line will start to come out, and you've got to like find this balance between the wet and the dry. If you keep driving around on the dry line, you just cook your tyres. But I haven't changed setups, bro. We haven't overly done like an insane amount of wet racing, but we've done a lot of it, like just for fun in lobbies. All right, I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, you got to go the opposite direction. Got to go high. I don't know the exact, but it's about 30. 29 to 30, I think. I've kept mine at the level that I have them for slicks, because there'll probably be a dry line quickly. It's only light rain. But yeah, I still have yet to get them figured out perfectly. I'm only just starting to understand slicks and temperatures. And it's more because of what they've done with GT3s that I'm... And the LMDs, the difference between them. They need a different PSI. Tyres operate the same, but they need a different PSI. Oh, good save, good save. Oh, man. Traction's kicking in too much. Yeah. There's also the weather is still... I didn't actually notice it. I don't race in cockpit enough. I didn't notice it until it was pointed out to me. The weather comes inside the cockpit. You can't really notice it here with the rain. Actually, I think you can notice the rain inside the cockpit. On the left-hand side, right near the window, you can see the dots. But I noticed it with heavy fog. I literally, like when I was in the spray and heavy fog and mist, it was like in the cabin of the car. Oh, there's no confidence in the front end. Fucking hell, man. This is not the car in the wet. Nah, you're just terrified to put the foot back down. The front end won't react. You're terrified to recommit. You just think that it's just going to go woof the moment you put the throttle back down, and you don't want to put it back down. And then the front end just refuses to turn without it. This is brutal. As they've all been in the stinking wet. The NSX is good in rain, I can confirm that. I actually won a multi-class race in the jet, like against LMDs. But yeah, the Lambo's a bit much. From what I remember too, the Audi in the GT4 was really good in the wet. Traction's just bogging me down so hard. It's just... your ass is slipping and sliding all over the place. Yeah, nah, this is a horrible choice. It can't do it. It can't do it. That is not working. Bad choice. Bad conditions. But I thought it'd be fun. It's undrivable. Watch the boys go at it. We might have to see if there's some ranked going soon. Or try to get some ranked going. What's going on, AJ? How are you, brother? Big wipeout. Huge wipeout from Drew. dried up heaps, but there's no dry line because there's not enough cars on the track. You can barely see the TV. You know what I mean? I turn this on and it gets a bit glary around the TV. The light struggles with it. Maybe if I just make it focus on one thing. Can I do that? There you go. Focus on that. If I do that. Then on the stream I'm going to have like a halo on my head. Amazing.
Podium! Great job with the top three. Nice work.
Give me a sec. Set up the next race. Moist, mate. Alright. See if we can get anyone else. Doubt it. Right. Thanks for the double taps, mate. I'm going to practice. Got a big race in about 90 minutes. We'll see if I'm still on then, but I'm going to practice for it in the meantime. Check out my YouTube, same name, if you want to see the actual stream. But I've got to keep up some of these lives and get studio sorted before I can go proper live with the gameplay. Yeah, that was tough, Weir. Loose as, bro. But yeah, I'm going to have a look at this as a warm-up, because that ranked race should be on soon, around 10 PM. Yeah, I don't know what your abilities are either, Shane, as a moderator, mate. But I'm pretty sure I made you one. And Steve. Steve's a legend. Steve's always jumping in. Yeah, looks alright. Yeah. You see it on. Especially when I'll be in the seat. Yeah, it's going to be mad when I can actually stream it from here. I'm showing you the template I've already done. Right.
Clear of the pits.
Oh, cold tyres. Not cold anymore.
Qualifying lap underway. This one counts.
Oh, fuck. Idiot. Went into third way too early.
Five minutes remaining in the session.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, catch. So much drift.
Well done. The timing screen shows you're the fastest car out there right now.
Oh, stop, you bastard. Oh, oh, fuck. Oh. The Porsche is a lot of fun. I like the Porsche. This has become my favourite, but the Porsche was the first one that even... Oh, dog. Even old LMDs, I thought the Porsche was one of the more gentle ones to drive. Mate, we have cooked those tyres. Temperature, it's only 20 degrees, mate. Cooked those tyres. Oh, yeah, it's meant to be off its head, bro. I've only tried the 992 since then. And I still wasn't a fan of that. Talk to me, Shano. What are you up to, mate? We're going to have a chat soon? Have a chat tonight, later on? Get some of your thoughts about? Oh, you sent me a glow stick. The fuck am I meant to do with a glow stick, mate? We're going to a rave. The fuck's a glow stick, Shano? And hopefully
End of session. Checkered flag this lap.
we can get some people
There's
into
some very
the
fast guys out there, mate. P2 is awesome. We're in a good spot.
ranked race, which should be in an hour. Thanks, mate. You should see I showed footage of it earlier. I've done one of these races, like the actual ranked race, yesterday morning. 25 cars, bro. Nürburgring hypercars. Fear. And the mediums are a lot sketchier than the softs. A lot sketchier. And I got caught out very quickly. Oh. Yeah, it's sick, bro. I'm doing 1 hour races on the weekends. We did Daytona last weekend. We had 23 starters. And it was, I think, 12 and 11 for the split. How it's like elevated. It's more spot on if you're in the car. But yeah, I've moved mine around and it was hard to realign it. The HUD's a pain in the ass to set up because when you do it, it forces you to be in the cockpit and you're trying to lock it to a grid and you can't see the grid because it's all black. It's a pain in the ass, bro. It's why like if you look up, the mirror and the delta, they're not lined up properly. And then every time I try to line them up, depending on what cockpit I'm in the car, like it's annoying as fuck, bro. You should see it though, when you turn everything off. I've got a video up, if you haven't seen it, it's like an immersion video. LMDH cockpit, no HUD, at the Nordschleife. Fucking incredible. Footage looks so good. And it was me legitimately driving it. Oh. 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 No, no. No, there was no way I was keeping that out of the wall. That was a big one. The lights behind. Oh, it's because I've got a TikTok going. I'm on TikTok now too, bro. I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get my minimum requirements before I can use Studio and stream it like what it would look like on YouTube. So I'm doing like over the shoulder, unique. So at the moment, like on TikTok, you can see the wheel, the game. And I've been posting all my gaming clips, basically all my shorts that I already had on YouTube, or what I still use as shorts, my cosplay shit. Treating it like a cross between like Instagram and YouTube with shorts. But the long-term plan will be like nighttime streams on it. So like my single player games and shit. Star Wars, Red Dead, Cyberpunk. Oh, I nearly saved it. Way too hard on the brakes. Uh-oh, fucking hell. And now that I'm driving around slow, the tyres are losing temperature. What are you on?
race is halfway over.
Oh, I think I've heard of it. Ah! Fucking hell. Fucking hell! Oh.
Congratulations on the win.
Lol, it still gives me the win. How is that? How is that, cuz? Alright, I'll have a quick look at ranked. We'll see what's up. But yeah, there's nothing going on here. So we'll see if we can find something in ranked to fill over. I'm pretty sure the race is 10 PM. So 1 hour's time. But it's a tough race, man. It's like pure survival. Tell you that. Alright, what do we got? Probably GT3, guaranteed. Nobody at the moment. GT4 wouldn't be for another half hour. MX5. Red Bull. I mean, I could look at that. It'd leave us with a bit of time. GT3, we're going to miss it if we enter that. Two hours. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I'm not going to wait up that long. 11 PM. So how far apart so are they 12 hours apart then? There's literally 2 a day. Fucking hell, that's not many chances to get them done. 11 AM, 11 PM. 2 hours away, bro. What, I'm coming up with 3 hours now. That'd be a 6 hours. It'd be too long. Can't fuck it. Got other shit I need to do. I don't know. What do you reckon? Keep practicing for the multi-class race? Just load Sebring back up? Because there's nothing going on here either. Like fucking 9 p.m. I really, really wish we had more Oceanic, Asian region players. "20-minute qualifying for a 5-lap race." Righto. That makes sense. No worries, mate. Oh, I mean, I could try. Doesn't fucking matter either way. Because as the big influencers are putting it, the game's dead, you know? There's no one around. If certain continent isn't on, then no one's on, basically. Like, not even any of my Japanese mates are on. ELG usually loves LMDs. Dead. Dead. Sadly, this next video is more important than ever, and I don't have the influence. Like, I don't have the influence or the reach that it needs with the information and the ideas that it's going to have in it. Sadly, I'm actually losing my influence and reach because of recent events. But the idea is sound. But we'll sit here for a few minutes, see if we can get anyone in. But yeah, 1 hour of this on the weekend with, you know, not locked in settings, basically. I'm going to try out a lot of settings. DED. So yeah, I'll put up a post about it tomorrow. Same thing as last week. Sebring. All good, mate. Ridiculous, guys. Like, even the goodwill after the last few updates, like, it goes away so quickly. And, like, again, these videos that people put out, they don't help. Like, yeah. But like, and I've showed it with, I've captured my own uploads in the time this game's been out, and the roller coaster of emotions that it's been. It's like, you know, you get good, and then a week or two later, like the bugs and shit, they pile up every update. You know, it starts to get really bad. But just the lack of, it's like, no matter how much they do with the updates, you know, people will be there for like the first day or two, and then they just all go away again, and it's like less people were left than what were there before, even though the game's in a better place. It's getting hard to understand. So there's literally, like, look at it here, literally a handful of people left, you know, in our part of the world. And I'm, like, leading it. Or trying to make it bigger. But yeah, go 3-4 hours from now, when the Europeans get on, they'll be everywhere. A lot of Americans on it too. But time zone's a big difference. The biggest difference with them. It's still full price. I have a video coming. I've got... Go have a look. Go to my disc. I'll show you. Just don't comment on any of it. But have a look, brother. Like, tell me what you think, honestly. Critique, man. Give me fucking... This is what I got coming, man. And I've been working on this for a few weeks. Basically, scroll all the way back up to the redemption of Project Motor Racing, and then from there down you'll see I've got a bit where I talk, and then there's a 10-point thing, and then the start of the video and the start of what I'm going to talk about is all that shit that's immediately there, but everything I'm going to lay out is in there, bro. Like, and you'll see I've done so much research for this. But if you go up to the, like, point 10, which is the final point I'm going to have in the video, is the cost. But, like, you'll see where stuff is, like, stats and facts, and laid out as such. Quick, simple, you know, a question, one-word answer, and it's laying out, like, my 10-point thing. And then you'll see the bits where it's my personality in there, you know what I mean? Like, I'm writing from my own experiences, and I've got a whole structure thing too on why it's going to be this way. I'm genuinely trying to take this shit seriously, and, like, been researching it, full researching it. It's what makes kind of the events of today all the more ironic and brutal, and just, yeah, brutal at the same time. Where all I've tried to do for this game, like, it's just more drama and negativity attached to this game, and all I've tried to do from the start with it is good shit. And you'll see, like, I've got quotes that I use in my points that I recycle in the actual, like, summary speech. It's a lot of work, bro. Like, if you look through that whole... You go have a look through that whole fucking area, dude. You see my whole last 2 months of work. But that video, like, you'll see how much I've stacked shit. If you could go up past that point I told you to, you'll see where I've stacked shit. Where I've, like, copied and pasted a shitload of shit that I was all going to come back to later on and redo or recycle or fucking rejig. And then it just built and built. And then yesterday, like after yesterday's stream, after I shut it down, I got typing. And I had a guide on how I had to do it. What I had to be getting across, how fast I had to be getting it across. And then the edit is going to be a whole nother, like, it has to be structured to everything that I'm going to have spoken about. I captured more footage today on YouTube of almost exactly like I did when I did my first review, the Doomsday shit with all the negative pieces. I haven't written about it yet, but I'm going to make a point of, to this day, when you look up the game and the most popular videos, besides the hype videos from the actual company, which are the most viewed videos, everything else, like if you cut it down to like a 3-month filter, everything is negative pieces, and the most publicity on them, like the Jimmy one, millions of views, Super GTs, couple of 100,000, and it goes down. But you literally have to scroll. You start going from millions of views and subs all the way down to people that have like thousands of subs and a couple of thousand views before you start finding stuff that's recent and says the game's in, like, and I highlight it all, like the people that are actually supporting it, getting behind it. But the point I'm showing with all the videos is that to this day, you know, from launch to now, the most popular videos, the most watched ones, are all those initial, and they're still clicking up likes. And then people that are trying to counter the narrative, ignored. And then I go through my own video section showing exactly that, about where I've done puff pieces, nothing, negative pieces, the most popular one, and everyone gets involved, and then the next moment I do a puff piece, they all fuck off again. So it's, and I'm going to highlight it all without talking about it in a way that's, and then, I mean, even, and again, when you go back and look through my whole catalogue of every video I've made about the game, I made a hype video a few days before it came out and pointed out, yeah, it's why I'm trying to keep it out of this video. But I made a hype video about, regardless of what state the game comes out in, why you need to support it, about the specifics of console users, and we don't have any options, about why we needed to support it and why you need to believe. And even just going back through my own catalogue, that was before it came out. You know what I mean? And then you go through my updates and my reviews. It's been like that. You know, and then the last 2 or 3, it's been up, up, up. But I've made a point of emphasising that they don't have any positive PR out there. None. And then the people that are doing positive PR are low rent or low profile content creators that are getting ignored or getting attacked for saying, look, it's better now. So, like, and you can see where I've laid out options of how the developers and the company need to proactively come out with hardcore proof of, like, this is what it was and we're sorry, this is what it is now, look how awesome it is. They need to clip up positive moments of streamers and reactions, and they need to comb through the positive stuff and find the good stuff, the actual word of mouth, good stuff. They've got nothing in terms of PR. Nothing. They've got nothing in terms of a social media presence. They expect you to go to their Discord. Like, there's so much that I still haven't written down that is going to be hard to fit it all in. Like, I've got to try and think about these things that I've just mentioned right now and where they fit in that 10-point structure. So, I mean, they've got no social media presence, bro. They don't do anything about hyping up their updates. They don't give you any awareness that the updates are coming. They expect you to go to the Discord. They put all the most important updates and news on the Discord. The Discord. I don't want to go into that, but it's a pretty bad dictatorship there. There's no relationship between developers and the community, and even they like the crybabies and the simps. They want to dismiss the negative influences as just they just want to hate on that. And there's so many people that are underestimating the power of the influencer because they're so butthurt by the negative influences, so they don't have any faith at all in the positive influencer. Yeah. No, dude, like I said, you go through that list that I've put together and there is a lot of basic stuff that I have in there. A lot of basic stuff, man. Visuals, audio, customization, liver, like there's so much basic stuff that I have in there. Telemetry. Yeah, there was so much, bro. There's still so much missing. But they just haven't done enough to try and build any goodwill with people that they've already upset. Yep. I'll show you one of my points, the final point, and the way I've laid it out.
Not ideal, we're starting last, so I hope you're ready for it.
I've certainly been using it pretty positively, mate, and staying away from anything that's negative. And even on mine, you see it. Besides today, people making me aware of it, and then my response to any of it, there hasn't been. Like, I'm trying to not let it end up like old fucking Discords. But yeah, that research area, you can see how hard I've been working, bro. Like Meta has been really proud of it. Like he's pointed it out. He genuinely thought some of the stuff that I put out recently was like the best stuff I've ever done. He was like, why didn't you ever do anything like this with Gran Turismo? And I was like, because they never cared what I thought anyways. Like, I just thought you could probably make softs last for a 20-minute stint. Oh, catch. I knew that was coming. Tyres were not ready for that. Uh-oh. Yeah, should have got on softs. Colder weather into the night.
You're locking on the way into the corners. Try and ease off on that brake pressure.
Horrible.
Keep an eye on your speed, mate, and remember to hit your marks.
Should have just jumped on the softs. I forget my own settings. That I made it a, like, into the night session. Nah, but in general, you know, when I pointed out the... Yeah, I don't even really want to go... I've uninstalled it, bro. Uninstalled it, like, after I had a fucking meltdown on it the last time I played. When I was basically forced onto it to try and help the top slick guys.
Clear of pit lane.
Oh, God. Same turn. Same thing. Different set of tyres. But same thing, not warmed up at all. You just completely lose the left, like there's no grip on the left side of the car. God, they need to fix this lighting. These headlights do nothing. These goggles, they do nothing for my eyes. God, I can't see the turn when you're coming up to it. I brake too early. Welcome back, Kamari. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to stay up for the LMD race. We'll just do probably, what, one more of these after this. I really want to do it.
Fastest car in the session.
I'm pretty clocked in. I'm going to be up late no matter what. So we're going to stay on for the LMD race.
At the back marker ahead, so it's not the position.
Got silly with the dirt. Do it in third. Okay. So the night session's going to be very hard here. Yeah, this is our next 1 hour race, mate. I won't be anywhere near as good here as I was at Daytona. Yeah, I know, it stays there forever, bro. It's very dark. Your headlights don't do a thing. They don't even light up the billboards in front of you. So you're at least like 50 meters away from them. Getting a bit easier to see though now. There's a bit less cloud cover. Like fucking candles that we had on the old Trans Am cars, Nismo.
This back marker isn't in contention, so pass them now.
Like, yeah, LMDs too, especially if you remember what it was like at Daytona in the fog. They've got like a 200 plus meter projection on them with like the super cool or the bright white LED style, like the not blinding but super effective. Like the exact same ones you can get in Gran Turismo. But they're not like this shit. This is, yeah, like an old... I wouldn't even say like an old Commodore, because the old Commodore would have had more bet. I'd say like if it was a Commodore, it'd be like VN upwards to like VS. Older than that, they'd be amber. Like yellow amber. But the projection range of them, yeah, 1000% exactly the fucking same. Like, and they're an LMD. These things are meant to have like the best, furthest, most visible projection of their lights. Like they're designed that way because of the conditions they race in. So yeah, it's pretty poor. Came with the last, because they changed the lighting, so the natural lighting they changed, and it improved heaps. Way more saturation, a lot of colour, natural lighting, like daylight, shadows and everything, way better. But it's like they nerfed unnatural lighting at the same time. What's going on, Shabs? How are you, man? I've been Lee Gunning today, Shabs. It's a long story. If you go back, watch the other stream today. Or even on my Discord. If you're on my Discord, you'd see it. But I've been Lee Gunning today, bro. Been clipped up. It's late for me, bro. 9:30 PM. But yeah, I'm going to be on for a little, mate. Try to do a big ranked race in an hour. Negative. Sexist. Chauvinistic. Anti-female. So Lee Gunning. Save. That's... yeah, it's contact stuff, but yeah, it is what it is. And then the things, like, as a result, as always with these things, the things that have been said about me now, a billion times more offensive and, you know, insulting than anything I said. So yeah, it's just the way these things work, man. Especially when someone has more of an influence following. Mate, my missus is a feminist. And has done a lot of converting with me, as is. Fucking hell, mate. Once these fronts start to go, I've got to try and figure out how to stop front where in this car. Nürburgring in here. Yeah, I've driven it. It's a good car. But Nürburgring in here, it's shocking. Front tyres. I gotta figure out what I can do with it. That was just on a set of softs driving around in 15-degree temperature. It was tearing them up. No worries, mate. I don't know, Shabs, but I mean, it's the fact that it's been around for this long, it's always been a popular game. Back in the day, yeah. It was fun. It was alright. But not something I could play day after day after day. It's just soccer with cars and trick shots. Yeah, I'm not going to bother about staying on, guys. Yeah, it is good. I'm happy with it, bro. Alright, who's on? But yeah, one look at
Bringing it home. Lovely podium. Nice work.
the comments on the internet right now is enough to make me get off of it. And I know I should be staying away. But there's so many loving it. There's a couple in particulars that I definitely need to do a clean out of. And yeah, it is what it is, but that's all I'm going to say on it for now. I think I'm going to have to address it no matter what in my next video. At the end of the video. Don't want to be all fucking doom and gloom. It's not about that. But we're going to have to address it, which means I'm going to have to do some shit. I am going to send you to, I guess, Vince. Actually, you know what? Nah, I'm going to send you to Miss C. Because I'm such a sexist and all. I hate females in gaming. All right, guys. I'll yeah, hopefully be back. I want to do the LMD race tomorrow, and my only chance to really do it is 11 a.m. It is hard to keep the temps in, man. The night time seems way worse. Seems way worse. Yeah, I'm gonna show you, Shabs. I'll send it to you on TikTok if I can. I'm not going to advertise, there's no point, but it's a feeding frenzy now, bro. And like I said, there's some people in there that are meant to either understand me or whatever, but there's some comments that I've just seen in there now, especially that people that haven't been around for a long time anyways. And yeah, it's opening my eyes to a lot of stuff. It's going to be one of those situations where I'm either going to come out of it a mute, or I'm going to come out of it with my back against the wall. Swinging for the fences, and I don't want to do that, and we all know that I can't do anything as a mute, so go say hello to Miss C for me, guys. She's a legend. You know how much I appreciate her, so have a good one.